Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. All right, so Veterans Day is around the corner, and there are a whole host of different events and things going on in your neck of the woods. Could be your local Veterans Day parade, could be different sort of celebrations that are happening for veterans. Now, there is a National Veterans Day Committee, and they've selected regional sites. This might be something you've never done before. It could be a different location. It might be something that you may be interested in to kind of switch things up. So let's share this with you, and we'll go from there. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Everybody who watches this helps push it on. Thank you so much to everyone who does that, and thank you for all the thumbs up. Really do appreciate that. Let's jump into it. So the headline here on the Veterans Affairs site is Veterans Day National Committee selects regional sites for 2024. Now, this just recently came out, and I'm just sharing it with you here today because we're about 15 days away or so, and wanted to share it. So maybe it's 16 days, I'm not sure. So this has a bunch of hyperlinks for every single state. I'm going to drop this into the description of the video as well as into a comment so you can get driven to this page, and then you can click on your specific state. All right, so moving on. The Veterans Day National Committee, VDNC, hosts the annual Veterans Day observance each year on November 11th. That's one day after the Marine Corps birthday. All right, at Arlington National Cemetery. Whatever, I had to throw it out there. All right, so the ceremony commences precisely at 11:11 because there's a bunch of 11s because it's November 11th, which is 11:11, and then they're going to do it at 11:11 Eastern time with a wreath laying at the tomb of the unknown soldier, and continues inside the Memorial Amphitheater with a parade of colors by veterans organizations and remarks from dignitaries. To ensure fitting tributes occur across the country, VA and the VDNC, that's the committee, encourages communities and nonprofit organizations to host VA-approved Veterans Day observances in their local communities. This year, 56 communities across 29 states and the District of Columbia will host VA-recognized Veterans Day observances to pay tribute to American heroes. Each regional site receives a supply of Veterans Day posters, military ceremonial support from the Department of Defense, and a certificate from the Secretary of Veterans Affairs for inclusion in their event programs. Visit the website after Veterans Day if you're interested in applying for your community to become a regional site for 2025, because obviously that has already been done for this year, the 2024 year. The list of VA-recognized regional Veterans Day sites is listed below here that you can't see. And if you can't make it to the regional site, there are many local Veterans Day ceremonies and parades. Check with your local news sites, veterans organizations, and charities to find VA events calendar online. You can also do that by clicking the hyperlink. And I'll tell you that if you're not sure what's going on, contact your county Veterans Service Office if you have one, or you could contact your state Veterans Affairs Department. They may be able to guide you in the right way. So I'm going to try to rattle these off here real quick in alphabetical order for state. So Alabama, there's one in Birmingham and Mobile. Alaska, Anchorage, Arizona, Phoenix, California. There's a handful. Atascadero, Palm Springs. I don't know this one. I'm gonna butcher it. It probably sounds like an H, but I'm gonna say a J. Jurupa Valley. I don't know. Merced and Truckee. Colorado is Loveland. And in Connecticut, you have Coventry, Connecticut, Washington, D.C. You have a handful in Florida here, Atlantic Beach, Oldsmar, Florida, Ponce Inlet, and Tampa. Georgia, you have Kennesaw and Union County. Next, you have Indiana, which is Evansville, Indiana. Kansas is Leavenworth County and City. Leavenworth City with Leavenworth County, so just two different jurisdictions doing it in the same area. Louisiana, you have New Orleans. Maryland, you have Annapolis, Brunswick, and Ocean Pines. Massachusetts, you have Boston, Oak Bluffs. Michigan, you have Kalamazoo. What a great name. And Minnesota is St. Paul. Mississippi, you got a couple, Biloxi and Pass Christian. Missouri, St. Louis and Waynesville. New York has a couple, Albany and Brooklyn, New York. Moving on to North Carolina, you have Jacksonville and Warsaw. Ohio, you have Amherst and Columbus. Oklahoma is Langston and, I'm going to butcher it, maybe it's Ponca City. I'm guessing. Look, if you live there, you know which one I'm saying. All right. Oregon is Albany, Oregon, and Roseburg, Oregon. Pennsylvania, you have Easton, Philadelphia, Lower Borough. South Carolina, you have North Charleston and Rock Hill. Tennessee is Gatlinburg and Nashville. Tennessee would be the two there. Texas, surprised actually, there's only two. And Texas is the second largest veteran populated state. Just surprised there's only two. Fort Worth and Harker Heights. Virginia Beach, and then Washington State, you have three. Auburn, Port Angeles, and West Richland. Now, remember, this is not an all-inclusive list. This is just the list that is working with the VA directly and the DOD on providing a Veterans Day event through those with additional resources. So there's obviously going to be other Veteran Day events all around. And you know, if you are in an area with an outstanding Veterans Day event, share it in the comments so that way other people can see it. And if they happen to be in your neck of the woods, it might be something worth a drive to go check out on Veterans Day. Be safe out there on Veterans Day. I know it's early, but you just never know. People get weird, and there's weird people. So with that, I wanted to thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate everyone's service. To all you service members, current and former, so all of us veterans, the spouses, the surviving spouses, the dependents, all of you are part of the veteran sphere, and you all mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one, and remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.